Welcome to Bologna for the start of the 102nd Tour of Italy. As last year, the tour gets underway with a short individual time trial. That would usually mean a prologue specialist claiming the first stage. However, this is a time trial with a difference. The 8.2-kilometre route finishes on top of the Colle della Guardia after a 2.1-kilometre climb up the Via di San Luca. The slope averages out at 9.7%, but there are sections at up to 16%. The pressure's on the GC favourites right from day one, not to mention those vying for the blue jersey.
And that is how you start this one. Everybody, welcome to the Giro d'Italia, or the Super Giro d'Italia. This is race number 2 of the PCM League, the Pro Cycling League. As you can see, we'll see how well this starts right now, and we're getting things rolling here. As we see here, an intense climb to finish off this race. You can tell, this is the intense climb. Anyone can actually try and get the climb here. But let's go to the next rider, Wirgen, who's actually going for the climb right here, right now. Well, actually, you see them going to climb. After the first sprint, is Ward Schmitz. Let's take a look at Ward Schmitz so far. Ward Schmitz is on the climb right now. Martin set up time of 15
This climb
minutes.
is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
And basically, he's got beaten. Right here. Now, as you can tell, the league rules, to make it fair for the league rules, I'm not playing any riders, but this is the only setup I'm going to go with. Turner's Oregon still in the lead. But, ooh, 3rd place for Schmidt. But Mikael Nivi is in first place now, as you can see. Omen in first. Orchids right here. Okay. So far so good. Let's go back down to the first sprint. Basically, after this sprint, it's basically the first sprint is basically just a flat surface, so it's basically flat. So it's basically a flat one. And then right up to the finish will be the climb. It will be the climb to set it all off. Let's take a look at Van Beret over here. See how well he does. Remember, right now, the squad that was chosen to be the spotlight is basically the real-life 2020 Giro d'Italia team classification winner, Agnew. Team Agnew Grenadier.
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
Here. Over here. Which is here. Vandersand. It's a matter of who's going to place first here. Van Emden is basically almost finishing up his time trial. With, oh, he lost. You see the sprint. He gained sprint in the first one, as you can tell here. But however, the final climb, he lost time. This one is basically all about the climbers today. So we'll see what happened here. Van Berlo in 7th place right now. But let's take a look back. Here's Van Ender. Ooh. Rajovic here. This is a steep climb. I tell ya, if you didn't know the schedule here, we started out with the Paris-Roubaix over here, and now we're going to Giro d'Italia. Best Italian so far. Then we'll go to Tour de France later on, and then La Villa for Spain. So basically, we start this season off with our ridiculous classic, the most difficult classic known to man. As we take a look, we gotta go back. Let's take a look at Pogacar here. And we started off with basically the most difficult classic ever, the Paris-Roubaix.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
You knew how this went. But let's take a look at Swift here. Take a look at Swift, our rider, or I should say, in our team of the day. Let's see how that's gonna go. And then we're going through back-to-back Grand Tours. So, starting with this one, the Giro d'Italia. Super Giro d'Italia here. Now, I believe if I were riding this one, I would just save my energy in the flat from the sprint and then worry about on the climb, because the climb is where you spend a lot of energy. What's that sort of say? Basically, that's what happens if I ride this one. That's Swift coming up to the finish line. '26th place. Let's take a look at the rest of these climbers. Our fastest time is Pierre Latour with a 14 minutes and 5 seconds. But we take a look at Navaresca, who almost passed another rider here. Mayer's on a climb. Vactra trying to chase down Mayer over here. Mayer's giving all he got. 17th place. Pavillo just almost trying to catch here. Matthew, who is now 10th after the first sprint, is going to finish this one with an 18th place.
It's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps.
But let's take a look here, Porte. And while we're taking a look at Porte over here, let's take a look at the riders. Let's take a look at the teams we have today. Team Inuits. Of course, we got 19. We got 19 of the World Tour teams in here. But the three that are in the wild card is Escatel, Bingold WB, and Nippo Deco Province. Those are the team. Those are basically the teams that are going to be in this today. As we take a look at Portier. And Portier over here, going with a 3rd place. Who's going to beat that time of 14:05? We'll see Silverkov here. Silverkov here. But this will be a massive stage win if I ever seen one here. I mean, you gotta think. Of how you'll be able to do this here. Silverkov here will not be able to do it. He lost time on that climb. Bio. Take a look at Bio here. McCain. McCain's over here. Oh no. Fourth here. And
this climb features some dreadful percentages.
Yep, dreadful. I mean, let's take a look at the point stamp. Let's take a look at the point system, shall we? So again, we are definitely using the UCI point system right now, so that we said. Marios is working on his climb right now. Hudegs finishing off his flat sprint. Now starting to work on his climb. Milan, fourth in the sprint, just 2 seconds off. Just 2 seconds off after the first sprint. And like I said, here's this, I don't know, the stages here. I mean, you gotta get points here, guys. Each stage is important right now for how many points you get. Len's working on the climb. Will he do it? 59th, the climb got him. But let's take a look at Narvaez. 52nd after 52 place position after the first break. He's working on his climb now. And
it's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps.
Let's see who's strong this time. Nervier is going to be 62nd place after that one. Okay. We'll take a look at Martin over here. Let's take a look at Martin and his first sprint. Martin's keeping pace. Right here. But he will do better in the mountain stage, in the mountains, aka the climb. So we'll see how that goes. Absolutely see how that goes. Martin's on his climb, and we'll just be done with that one here. Again, if you haven't taken a look here, it's a 7.5 kilometers here. Moschetti gaining ground. With this one.
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
This is going to be wacky right here. But, nonetheless. Here. Let's see how this is going to go. Has anyone touched Piers Latour? 14 minutes, 5 seconds. Oh god, and here comes Getier, who passed him. 42nd place, 88th. He slowed. Let's take a look at Golatz, who's on a climb right now. He's at 50. He's at position 51st, 51. So, we'll see how this goes with this one. No matter who's going to do well in the climb here. Yeah. Michael Gola done with this. Buck Walter. I don't know. We'll take a short break, everybody. We'll see if anyone can beat Piers Latour's time of 14 minutes and 5 seconds. But let's see. And we are back, guys, as we see more of the riders coming in after their now we're seeing Thomas over here. Thomas had some work to is having some work to do. Have to take a look. And Thomas.
He's in there with the best of them at the intermediate time check, so he's going to have to step on it to make sure of a win. This climb features some dreadful percentages.
So Tratnik, Thomas, Martin, Coveney, after the first split, they're all tied. Well, they're all tied. Here goes Thomas. Looks like he's gonna run out of gas. Has anyone had a chance to actually beat Pierre Latour's time? I think Thomas would be.
That's a best time!
Thomas wins stage. And he gets the GC. He gets the points. But the young rider belongs to Higuita. And of course, Ray McLaren. My lordy. So Thomas being the last one. Being the last one to enter into the hilly of stuff. We have what it. I tell you, we gotta stage up our hands, guys. But let's go to stage 1. But Thomas gets 25 points. It's all about the points. And by God. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it for your race of stage 1. Let me know what you guys think. I think they saved the best for last, but yeah. We'll see how this next stage goes. As you can tell, this is the next stage. It's quite flat, but with lots of hills or climbs. But we'll just have to wait and see, guys. I'm Champs over here. And we will see you at the next stage.